Hello and welcome to IAC News, your trusted source for hard-hitting journalism. I'm Dina Ware. Life in stand-up comedy is tough. It's a long road and a lot of comedians never really make it. Always looking for that bit that gets them known, and most of the time, it's elusive. But not for one comic. His golden calf came very early in his career. This is the story of Vyas Sathya. As a child, Vyas was very precocious. His mother reportedly said you never knew what he was going to put in his mouth or what was going to come out of his mouth. Vyas attended college at Texas A&M, where he was a star student and made friends easily. His stand-up journey began in the California Bay Area, getting mic time at all the coveted venues. And then he hit the stage with the single joke that launched him into stardom. As with any genius artist, his bit was met with controversy, but that just added fuel to the Vyas fire. They say bad press is still press, and any press is good. It certainly was the case for what became the phrase from Vyas's whalecock joke. A whalecock, according to the OED, Webster's, and Urban Dictionary, refers to a person who is catapulted from relative obscurity into unmitigated fame. Vyas was the original whalecock.
Black cocks are interesting? Sure, how big is a big black cock? 9 inches? Probably, right? It's pretty big, but a whale's cock, 12 inches in diameter, and 6 feet long. Like, you could fit the dude in the whale's cock. I mean, you do it humanely, you put legs for clearly. You don't want to, you like come in his face, and it would be a disaster. You know, this way he'd be shot up a fucking Aquaman. Black Falcon, I don't know, he'd be a power.
In a seminal lecture given in 2020 by Professor Imelda Sung from Stanford University's Philosophy and Ethics Department, she had this to say.
This topic is of great interest to us. The concept of a whalecock has many layers, touching on racism, emotional fear, sexual tension, or perhaps even trauma and marine biology. When we first dive into the whalecock, we explore the enigma of an entire black man inside the cock of a whale. We theorize that perhaps the black man represents all of oppressed race, trapped inside the confines of the whalecock. Analogous demands inhumanity to man. This leads us and hypothesize that there was much more contained in this whalecock underlying meaning. In the context of the whalecock construct, there is a mention of a humane treatment of the black man being inserted into the whalecock feet first. What does this mean? We ask ourselves. After much deliberation, we felt strongly that this was a call to action of humane treatment of all peoples. Our conclusion was supported by the whalecock end wording of power move.
Vyas, hi, thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. I'm really pretty honored. I see that you're in outer space. What's going on?
Yeah, me and Elon are doing some research on the nature of cum in outer space. Important research. It has to do with the stickiness and the viscosity of cum in space.
So there had been rumors of Tesla's stock price going up, or SpaceX, I should say, going up, rising, if you will. Recently, everybody was wondering what he was up to. So, and you're allowed to share this. Yeah.
Right. We were trying to keep a lot of the secret at first, but once it leaked out that we were doing this important cum research, the stock prices just rocketed. We're still trying to keep it as much on the down low as possible and not give too many details. But right now, all we can say is that cum is very sticky in space.
Okay. And Elon's there with you right now?
Yeah. I've been making him do some little unimportant things that he needs to do. So once he's free, maybe he can talk. But
no, this is really, Vyas, this is really about you. Now, I know you've been asked this so many times. There's been some clouded history behind the source of your whalecock legacy. Can you share with us what was the inspiration for such an enormous part of our current history?
Well, that's it's a tough thing to talk about, in sort of the modern day culture. These kind of important topics are hard to bring out. But, for Dina, we've had a history here, and I've never told anyone about this story before, about the whale cock. I hold this story very close to me. What happened actually is when I was in high school, when I lived at home with my parents, I would go inside my bedroom once in a while and I would masturbate. And one time my mother came in while I was masturbating, and she didn't even notice that I was masturbating. She just saw the monitor, and she saw a porn ad on the side that said, "Got a small cock." And she misinterpreted in thinking that I was looking up why I had a small cock. And so, that must have been devastating. So I had to I had to swivel my chair over towards her and present my cock. And then she stopped crying. I had to give her a hug, and I put my boxers on and give her a hug, and just give her a hug with my dick dangling out.
You're a good son. You're a good son.
Right, but before I put my boxers up, I think my dad got a glimpse of my cock from the outside, and he yelled "whale cock" really loudly. He just said "whale cock," and it startled me. But at the same moment, sometimes in moments of getting startled, you get inspiration. I thought whale cock, black cocks, and sort of everything just came at once. And came at once, as no pun intended. This is a very serious matter, but it all did come at once. That's sort of where the inspiration came, if you must know, Dina.
Vyas, that is such an incredibly beautiful and heartwarming story. The phrase whale cock is uttered quite often, especially in these tough times. But now you've given it some really hard truth.
Anything you can hold and hold on to and really just tug onto,
right?
That's what it's about. And if this can even help just one person, this story, then I think it was not all wasted.
No,
these
no.
moments in life are not just wasted.
Have you ever felt like the proverbial Aquaman shooting out of a whale's cock?
Yes, in a way I'm like Aquaman, in a way I'm a savior, in a way I'm sort of a god, but am I really? Kind of, is all I can say,
Vyas Sathya, engineer, comedian, social influencer, and the original whale cock. Thank you for joining us. For IAC News, this is Dina Ware.